Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors you need to know, including highlights and news from AEW Dynasty. Was Bryan Danielson injured at Dynasty? Tony Khan talks MJF return, calls for Chris Jericho to retire, Solo Sikoa still losing, Jeff Hardy AEW deal expiring sooner than expected, and more. AEW Dynasty highlights. Time for a quick look at the results for AEW's latest pay-per-view, Dynasty. The show featured several title matches and several title switches. Swerve Strickland defeated Samoa Joe for the AEW Championship, while Chris Jericho beat Hook to win the FTW Championship. Julia Hart's reign as TBS champion ended with Willow Nightingale defeating her. In tag team action, the Young Bucks defeated FTR to win the vacant AEW World Tag Team Championship, while Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and the Guns, defeated the Acclaim to unify the ROH and AEW Trios Championships. The show also saw the surprise return of Jack Perry, who helped the Young Bucks win the tag titles. Tony Khan talks MJF. Is MJF returning to AEW? Wrestling's Salt of the Earth has been missing in action following his AEW World Championship loss to Samoa Joe at World's End, with no word on when he's returning to AEW, and speculation among some fans that MJF is heading to the WWE, something WWE officials have denied. AEW President Tony Khan discussed MJF during Dynasty's post-show media scrum. MJF, one of the biggest stars in AEW, we haven't seen him in recent months, and I would love to get MJF back here soon, sooner than later, really soon. Everything's going so great for AEW right now, and that would be something that would add a lot. That'd be awesome to have MJF back, and soon. I would love that. Unfortunately, Khan didn't offer anything in terms of a solid date, nor what MJF has been up to. For example, has he undergone surgery to repair his shoulder? And what of his other nagging injuries that MJF was reportedly dealing with? As fans have seen with other wrestlers, shoulder surgeries can take a long time to recover from. AEW finds itself in a tough place because MJF is undeniably their top star. However, AEW has many other talents with the potential to step up, and Tony Khan likely knows the folly of promising an MJF appearance when he has no idea when he can return. At the same time, Khan may feel he has to let fans know MJF hasn't dropped off the face of the earth. Was Bryan Danielson injured? The finish to Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay concerned fans, as it appeared the American Dragon was injured towards the end of the match. Ospreay defeated Danielson, but Danielson did not get up after the match as medical officials came in to check on him. According to some reports, Ospreay looked concerned about his opponent's condition. However, Fightful Select is reporting that the supposed injury was just a work. No word on how this will develop, but AEW has teased Will Ospreay leaving the Don Callis family, and Ospreay's apparent compassion may lead to more conflicts with Callis, especially now that Callis appears to be at war with the Blackpool Combat Club. Toni Storm calls out Nikki Bella. Is Nicole Garcia, aka former WWE superstar Nikki Bella, heading to AEW? AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm doesn't think so, and explained why during the Dynasty post-media scrum. Nicole Garcia thought about joining AEW when she saw Mercedes did. You know why she didn't? Because she saw me and realized she can't hold a pussy-scented candle to what I do. I am the one taking this company to new heights, and I don't even try to. I'm just being me, and it's the greatest thing I ever could be. It's the greatest thing that could happen to you, too. Right now, it appears Mercedes Moné is setting her sights on the TBS Championship, which means a Toni Storm program may be a ways off. As for Garcia, Storm's comments could be a build-up to set up Garcia's debut in AEW. Do you think Nicole Garcia will debut in AEW? Calls for Chris Jericho to retire. Chris Jericho is the new FTW champion following his win over Hook at Dynasty, but not everyone is happy. There was a noticeable "please retire" chant during the bout. Needless to say, some fans are upset that Jericho beat Hook, with critics arguing that Jericho should have put him over. This isn't the first time Jericho has been accused of being selfish in the ring, but is the criticism justified? Staying in character, Jericho patted himself on the back in an Instagram message. "Thanks to all you who believed in me and cheered me on tonight in St. Louis and at home, as I won the FTW title from Hook at AEW Dynasty tonight. Your love and encouragement took me to new heights and helped me to beat Hook, who was at his best tonight. The Learning Tree promises to give Hook and all of the AEW talent who are in the Jericho Vortex only the best lessons, both in the ring and in life. See you on AEW Dynamite this Wednesday. New champ is out." Comparisons to Hulk Hogan and WCW have been made, but it's unclear how AEW talent feel about Jericho. At 53, Jericho has lost a step in the ring, and for fans who watched him during his heyday, some feel his skills have deteriorated to the point where he needs to retire as he can't keep up with younger players. While there's no question that Jericho has lost a step, he still has much to offer, both for his status as a legend, his undeniable ability to talk and get heat, and the experience he can share with younger talent. Like any wrestling program, Jericho's win over Hook is just the first act in their program, and if the end game is to put Hook over, Jericho's initial win makes sense. Do you think it's time for Jericho to hang up his boots? Jeff Hardy AEW deal expiring soon? Could Jeff Hardy be finished with AEW sooner than originally believed? A recent report from Fightful Select notes Jeff was thought to be tied down to AEW until 2025 thanks to the company adding time he missed due to injury and sabbatical time. However, Fightful is now reporting that Jeff's deal could end sometime this spring if AEW decides not to add the time. It'll be interesting to see if AEW feels it's worth having Hardy around following Matt Hardy's recent appearance in TNA Wrestling. What's next for Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy's recent appearance in TNA has fired up fans who are curious whether he will sign with TNA. Hardy, who reportedly decided against signing a new deal with AEW, recently tweeted about his status. "No, I'm a free agent. I'll appear when I want to appear." However, Hardy recently tweeted, "I've come to TNA to procure the championship of the world. Will not die Matt Hardy held it. Big money Matt Hardy held it. Hashtag broken Matt Hardy wants it now." While Hardy's appearance at TNA's Rebellion show and his title tweet suggests he'll be appearing in TNA for an extended period, that doesn't guarantee a lengthy deal. Hardy may go the Matt Cardona route and work in whatever promotions appeal to him. With rumors of Hardy returning to WWE to play a role in the rumored Uncle Howdy storyline, Matt may be biding his time until the WWE is ready to implement this storyline. Another possibility is that Hardy wants to create buzz for himself to start a bidding war for his talents. Goldberg talks whether he's heading to AEW. Could Bill Goldberg finish his career in AEW? Bill Goldberg has been vocal about WWE's failure to give him a retirement match despite Vince McMahon reportedly promising one before his WWE deal expired. This has led to talk that Goldberg might work a final match in AEW. However, Dollar Bill recently appeared on 93.7 The Ticket and revealed, "I talked to Tony Khan a number of times throughout the past. This is where you're going to get the most blunt answer you're going to get from me. The product is too cheesy. The product is too cheesy. It doesn't deserve to have, whatever, now you're really going to get me going. But if there was a comparable, viable option as a competitor that would allow me to still look myself in the mirror after I was a member of their roster, yeah, then it would be a consideration, but not a chance." What do you think of Big Bad Bill's comments? Jade Cargill heading to NXT? Could current SmackDown superstar Jade Cargill end up in NXT? With the WWE draft coming up, it shouldn't be ruled out, especially if the rumors of the WWE intending to draft Raw and SmackDown superstars to the black and gold brand come true. Jade recently posted a video where she noted, "With the draft coming up, I'm keeping my eyes on all brands, that's including NXT, and I'm particularly interested in this Trick Williams versus the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov match for the NXT Championship." The recent pairing of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill has some fans thinking they have a women's tag team championship reign in their future. At this point, it seems like a step down to have Jade move to NXT after she just debuted on SmackDown, but this wouldn't be the first time WWE threw a curveball at fans. Solo Sikoa still losing? Last but not least, is Solo Sikoa the new tribal chief? If so, he certainly has no wins to show for it. Solo, who appears to have staged a coup d'etat and taken control of the bloodline, continues to rack up loss after loss. Wrestling News' Andrew Ravens is reporting, according to CageMatch.net, Solo lost 14 matches in 2023 following Crown Jewel and has gone 0-24-1 thus far in 2024. As of Monday morning, he's on a 40-match losing streak. Sikoa has mostly worked house shows, with his last TV match coming with a DQ loss to Jey Uso on the April 5th episode of SmackDown. Some fans are puzzled why the WWE has had Solo put people over for the last 6 months. It doesn't add up why Sikoa would get such a high-profile win, only to job to opponent after opponent. Even worse, it makes zero sense why a glorified enhancement talent is apparently leading the bloodline. Then again, WWE may be going by the policy that win-loss records at live events are meaningless. Well guys, there you have it, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and X, and we'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.